when he Biafra, onye ọwụ onye ohi ndị Igbo ga-enu ntị o onye ọbụla pụtara nọ na-esu ohi na-agba ama na-atụrụ ndị mmadụ na-eme ihe niile ndị a niile kwere na ohi IPOB onye ọwụ onye ohi ka ọ IPOB ka we are here to fight for freedom, for justice, equity and fairness. That's what we're fighting for. Nothing more, nothing less. And we cannot be cowed by anybody. We are without fear before our enemies. And we speak the truth always. I want all the journalists here arrayed to go and ask them, ask government of Nigeria, what happened to treasonable felons? Where are those charges today?
On 2015.
They have just disappeared because they have no evidence against me. Anybody committing crime cannot go scot-free. I swear it. They cannot go scot-free. Anybody involved in any type of crime in the East cannot go free. And they're doing it because I'm in DSS. That's what if I said no idiot can try this rubbish, and they know it very well. They know it very well. And I suspect that some people in government are complicit. Yes. They are making money with insecurity.
That's correct.
They're making money with it. They know now the can is outside. In 2 minutes, this nonsense will stop. Who is the idiot? Who is the bagger? That will speak when I'm talking. Who is the fool? Who is the idiot? I ask. That I give an order in the East, and any idiot will counter it. Who is the bastard? I'm asking you. Nobody can.
Sir, are you
I'm on the Kano. No. Who is the idiot?
Rubbish. No, don't. No, man. No.
What is it?
Can you tell us the ongoing killings in the East in the name of IPOB? What is your stand on that?
Anybody involved in any form of violence or insecurity in the Southeast
In the name of IPOB.
in the name of IPOB is a gunner, and they know it. Let me come out of this nonsense, this mess. 2 minutes only.
There will be peace.
Only 2 minutes, I guarantee you.
And tranquility.
And there will be peace in the East, not just Southeast. Everywhere in the East, if not the entire South. Huh?
Yes.
That is
What is it? Calendar.
No, I want the hands in. One here. There will be justice. There will be justice. There is nothing under heaven. Who is the bad? So there is nothing under heaven that cannot be revealed. Are you getting? Whoever plays the role he plays, if man does not see the person, God sees the person, and God will bring that person to judgment. Whoever is doing what the judge is doing, that's all. The court is also entitled to change its mind as well, depending on the strength of the argument.
Thank you.
So we hope that they will change their mind.
They are using it to do experiment against us.
Exactly. So there is no way we're going to allow that to happen. My rights must be respected.
It's important.
My right to fair hearing must be observed and
understand that.
They brought him to Kenya into this talk and allow him to talk with that.
You were talking about your health condition. What exactly is wrong with you, sir?
I have congenital heart failure. Congestive heart failure is called. From the medication, you can tell. So they're basically trying to keep me alive. So that when they calculate that I'm about to give up, that my heart is about to pack up, they will now say go. So when I go outside, I will die outside. That's what I'm trying to do.
The medications they've been giving to you, has it not been working?
It's not working. If it's working, why would I have all these lumps underneath my...
And he has written a petition to the Nigerian Medical Association where they brought one quack doctor, somebody who is not a doctor, to treat him.
To come and try and treat me.
But up to now, they have not...
They don't know what they're doing. And they know they don't know what they're doing. Or else, why would I have this?
As long as it remains in DSS custody, there won't be
no trial.
So what is your application for the court?
Is seeking for a non-custodial arrangement by the court.
You said house arrest.
Exactly. Yes. I don't mind house arrest because I'll defeat them. In this court, I'll defeat the government of Nigeria. Here, the whole world will see it. Where is the treasonable felon? Where is it? All these years, journalists are shouting treasonable, treason. What is treason today? It's gone. The same way this terrorism charge will go. I'm thinking of another capital offense that can charge me with. Maybe, I don't know, impregnating the wife of somebody. I don't know what other thing they're going to charge me.
Are you saying you are innocent of all these charges?
The federal government, they know I'm not guilty. My only guilt is that I'm fighting for my people. And I will fight for them.
Okay, so last
for justice and fairness and equity everywhere.
Last question. Has your family been able to...
Anybody using IPOB to commit crime is a criminal. It's not part of this family. Our family is based on 4 cardinal points. You must be without fear before your enemies. You must speak the truth always, even if it leads to your death. You must help the poor and those who cannot help themselves, and be of good character that God may love thee. That's who we are.
So what will be your words to those out there in the East who are killing in the name of IPOB?
That they are criminals. They are criminals. They are not part of this family. We are called a family for a reason. We've come to serve our people, not to enslave them. Anybody conducting any type of activity that contravenes the welfare of our people is a criminal and must be dealt with.
Thank you very much, sir.
Any form of violence or subversion in the name of Biafra is not part of this family. Our family is noble. It's called IPOB. It's all over the world.
So you condemn anything that has to do with killing?
In total, why would I kill?
And violence.
People have sacrificed my parents for them. Why would I want to kill any other person after that? Huh?
Anybody who's committing crime in the name of IPOB
is a criminal.
When people demand water, they get shot at and killed by the government. When people demand better living conditions, the response of the state is to kill those people. We're fighting against that. When the students demand free education, they get locked up by the regime.
Asị ka ọ bụ. Nke a ndị ji asị na-eri nri. Ịgbara ndị Fulani odibo. Nchi iwu osote onye isi n'obodo Nigeria. Ọ mgbe m nọ n'ụlọ ikoni ka m ga-etinye ha n'aka akwụkwọ. Si ha agaghị m emezi Biafra ọzọ. Unu bịa ka m gbara unu odibo. Ka ndị ọzọ si agbara ha odibo. Ha rịọrọ m njụ. Nsị na aga m ahapụ nwere onwe ha n'azọ. Kwee n'ihi ndị ya niile maka ọdịmma nke ha nwa na nke ụmụ ha ma nke ụmụ ha ga-abịa n'ihi na agwara m ha okwu m si ha oge mgbe Zik a na-agwa Zik mgbe ọ na-eji ike na-akọwara Zik si ya na ebe ị na-aga n'ụzọ adịghị ya ọ na-efe isi kpakakpaka mba ọwọ Naijiria ka anyị gaa n'ihu lekwa ọnọdụ anyị n'ụbọchị nke taa na-akọwakwara ndị ya si ha ihe a Zik mere mgbe mbụ tinye anyị n'ụmị anyị nọ n'ime ya n'ụbọchị nke taa ọkwa ihe unu na-eme kedu ụzọ nwanne Nnamdi Kanu si na-eme ya na-emeju ya unu kọwara m ka m ghọta na m sị ma unu arụghị ogbe nke abụọ gafere River Niger na unu ga-arụ okporo ụzọ unu ga-emezi ebe niile ebe ụmụaka na-agụ akwụkwọ ọ ga-emezi emezi ọma mma ụlọ ọgwụ a ga-arụzi ya arụzi a ga-enwe ọkụ mmiri ga na-agba ọ ga-adịrị onye ihu na mma dịrị onye azụ na mma kedu ụzọ m si mejọ ndị dị etu a asị m na ụzọ m si na-eme ya na ọ dịghị mma njọ ha sị ya mbụ ngwa agha onwenye m gbara egbe onwenye m gburu mma onwenye m gbara ụta akwa sọsọ ozi ọma Chineke si m gbasa n'igwe okwu ka m na-agbasa kezie ka o si metụta unu ọ bụ gịnị mere unu a na-asị ka akpọta Nnamdi Kanu ka egbuo ya ọha na eze na ndị gọvanọ ọkwa na gịnị mere ndị herdsmen na-egbusi ndị mmadụ n'ugwu Awụsa ndị gọvanọ ha n'ugwu Awụsa kpọbe ka abịa gbusie ha inu anunugo na onwe onye na-achị ugwu Awụsa gọvanọ pụtara sị ka egbusie ndị herdsmen una nunu gono nwe onye Yoruba pụta na sị ga-egbuse ndị OPC ọgwụ na sọsọ ndị Igbo n'ihi na unu na-agbalịka alịka ka unu ga-agbara ndị Fulani odibo onye pụta ọsị ka agbara Fulani odibo onye nsị na mụ agbọ Nnamdi Kanu agaghị m agbara Fulani odibo ha nwere ha kwesịrị ịgbara mụ odibo ihe na-esere mụ na ihe na-eme na ndị be anyị wụ na ha na-aghọtachi anyị na-eme ọfụma ịjụọ ha sị na m chọrọ ikewapụ Biafra n'ime Nigeria na ọ bụghị ihe ziri ezi na iwu obodo ha akwadoghị ya nna ajụ ha sị ya ke ụzọ chọrọ isi ime ya asị na ọwụ ka aga mee ntuli aka elu anyị bịanyecha aka atụcha vootu aga na ebe a na-eme iwu anọrọ akpa ya ekwekọrịta anyị gawa n'iru njụọ ha ndị na-eme iwu obodo Naijiria mmadụ ole si Kano steeti pụta 44 ọ bụ mmadụ ole na-emekwe n'iwu a si Abia Imo na Bayelsa pụta ha erughị sọsọ Kano steeti ọ bụzi ụzọ dị aṅaa ka ị ga-esi wee nweta ihe a ibu n'obi ebe ndị ọwa anyị na ha na-awụ nọchiri egwuru agara agbachi ụzọ nọchi ebe niile efe adịghị ụzọ adịghị obere ihe unu kwesịrị ịrụ unu anaghị arụ ya nwatakịrị ihe wụ ogbe nkịtị ebe na-ebute mmanụ na-ebute ukoro ọkụ ike a na-ebupụ na-akpata ego bekee wee na-eri ndị ugwu Awụsa ji na-eleta onwe ha mma wụnaba anyị ka o si bịa okporo ụzọ nkịtị na amarụ Ọnịcha ruo Enugu kezi ihe ọzọ ị na-akọwara m ọ bụ gịnị ka imepụta were ga-eme m ga-eji wee nwee ntụkwasị obi ebe ị nọ n'ihe ị na-ekwu na ị ga-emenwu ya na ọwa eziokwu ihe IPOB na-emekwa nnupụ isi ka anyị na-enupụ isi akwụkwọ na-ekwu na ilu a na-atụ n'Igbo a sị mgbe ụfọdụ m okorobịa nwekwana ka onye ara na-alụnye ya nwaanyị ọkwana ihe anyị na-eme na mmegbu anyị na-emegbu anyị na ọ karịala na ihe a na-eme anyị na ọ dịghị mma ekunye agbagbu anyị ege ebe a akpọ ejide ebe anyị na-azụ ahịa laa ya n'iyi ha nwa na onwe ha enweghị ihe ha pụrụ ime ha niile na-agbara ndị Fulani odibo ị ga-abịa bịakwute nna gị okwu sị nna gị okwu ana m enupụ isi nsị ha mmụọ awụ Nnamdi Kanu na m agbara ha odibo uru ha bụ m ka mụ na ha mee ya ha ajụ ọhịa na-ese okwu onweghị ihe ọzọ
A lot of people were agitating. So now that you have arrested, you come down Uwazwike that time. Nnamdi Kanu came up. Now that you have arrested Nnamdi Kanu, Simon Ekpa is there. I think this data from Nate Nwoko was telling you that even if you arrest Simon Ekpa today, another Simon Ekpa will come out. So the issue there is that address all those issues. The reason that can negotiate with him and allow him to continue with his agitation. If he meets the criteria of being having his own Biafra, so be it. Don't tell us that this country is not negotiable. Is not negotiable. The unity of this country is not negotiable. It's negotiable for Christ's sake. Because if things are not working the way it's supposed to be, I told you the other day I came here. I said that somebody from China has a say in this country and somebody from Southeast. Let's use what is going on now. The president is from where? Vice is from where? Speaker is from where? Senate president is from where? CJN is from where? Court of Appeal president is from where? National Industrial Court president is from where? Chief Judge of Federal High Court is from where? You are telling me that, yes, now that you have removed Kennedy Ohanele and you are now brought in Janko Juku, that the people of Southeast will jubilate. Are you talking to idiots? Look at the people that you are talking about. Check, let me start with the source. In football, the people that have made Nigeria proud are the people of Southeast. In commerce, in aviation industry, name it. In academics, they are from people of Southeast. But when it comes to power, they are not qualified. I will tell you, Mr. President, from the first day you are inaugurated till as I'm talking to you, all your policies, administration is totally against the people that we are governed. Now,
self-determination. Self-determination is not regarded as a crime in any nation of the world, including Nigeria, under Article 20 of Nigerian law, that's African Charter, Article 20. Now, Kenya has a companion law. United Nations has a companion law. So when you take anybody to any court in any country in the world, and you tell that court, I want him in my country because he wants Biafra. They will tell you to go to hell. You're a kidnapper extraordinary. Whether you are government or not, you are a rogue. You should not try anybody in court for wanting to not to belong, for wanting a separate nation. That's how Nigeria was founded, for God's sake, in 1960. Is it not? It's self-determination. That was how Midwest region was created in 1963. Is it not? That's how Nigeria lost Southern Cameroons to Cameroon. Is it not? Is that called referendum or plebiscite? And that's how Nigeria gained Adamawa, the former Southern province of Cameroons, into northern Nigeria. So why should that of Biafra be different? It's only a crime in Nigeria. IPOB is only a terrorist organization in Nigeria, but not a terrorist organization all over the world. That needs to tell you folks something. That is why Nigeria dodged and went by night, ambushed Mazin Nnamdi Kanu and kidnapped him. We cannot take a government to criminal court and jail a government, but we can call a government to answer to the civil courts of this country. There are courts in this country, so Nigerian government must answer to this court, like I argued before the court, upon
Well, what you must know is that Nnamdi Kanu is being held hostage on behalf of the famed unity of Nigeria. That's what it's all about. It's as simple as that. If you mention his name in certain circles, they don't want to hear it because they feel like he threatens the real estate called Nigeria. And his Igbo makes it worse because Nigeria's DNA hates the Igbo for attempting, in the 60s and, towards the end of the 70s, to leave a country they said is no longer favorable to their existence. But I keep saying, and I will repeat here again, is there any Nigerian out there in their majority who has not mentally seceded from Nigeria? Not many. That's why people are living in droves. Each time you get on a plane leaving this country is full, each time it's coming back, probably full too, but it is those who are coming back to pack their things that are coming back. That's the way I describe it. But the truth is that Nnamdi Kanu has been held hostage. He was abducted from Kenya, extraordinary rendition. The fact that he's kidnapped from Kenya could not be explained shows that any judicial pronouncement or processes after that is null and void. You cannot go and kidnap somebody and bring them before a court. And the courts have made it very clear, even up to the Supreme Court, that he did not jump bail. It was the military that went to his house to kill people, and then he escaped. And now you have brought him back, you ought to respect and restore his bail. That's what I told his lawyers. Why are you applying for bail again? Because the Supreme Court made all the pronouncements except releasing him, and I think it was because they were afraid. And that's why I say he's a hostage to this country. And like you rightly said, there are other people who have made even more egregious pronouncements and fought and carried arms in this country. And you have not treated them the same way because they're not Nnamdi Kanu's, their name don't sound East. And I'm not here to fetish being able. But the reality is that they are not treated fairly. And Nnamdi Kanu is part of the reason why that is clear to everybody.
Right.
And by the way, I must also reveal here that there are some Igbo elites who are behind this. Whenever there's a crime of conspiracy against freedom fighters, there are people inside and outside who are working together.
tanya o mo mo ni farusi anyị wee na-efe arụsị iwe were iwe gị na ọnụma gị wee bịa leta anyị ụmụ anyị wee na-anwụsị ụfọdụ nọ n'ụzọ ije ha anaghị alọta ụlọ ọzọ nne na nna wee na-ata ahụhụ wee na-ata ikikere eze nwaanyị kunye ka ọ gaa ubi gaa rụọ ọrụ Fulani chiri ehi bata ebe ala gị n'ime n'iyi okwu ebepụ ya isi anyị bụ ka anyị kpọpụ onye nwe anyị n'ugwu Awụsa ahụ ejide anyị wee gbuo ihe ọ bụla anyị mara aka n'ime ha sị na ka ha gaa n'ihu elekwa ọdụ ụgbọ mmiri n'igwe ọcha bụ ememiri agha nke dị na Kalaba otu aka ahụ anyị na-ala nsọ ebe Biafra bụ ndị kọstọm sokwenye anyị n'etiti anyị anọghị n'ime mmiri kama kọstọm juru ebe niile ha wee na-ata anyị ahụhụ anyị kwuo ekwesịpụta anyị ka kpọchie anyị kwuo ekwesịpụta anyị ka gbagbuo anyị onye nwe anyị na Chineke na nke bi n'igwe ọ bụ ụzọ dị anya ka isi wee hụ ndị iro anyị n'anya wee karịa ndị nke gị akwa anyị bụ ụmụ Chineke akwa ọba aha anyị ka anyị na-aza akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza ike Chukwu akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza amara Chineke akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza Chisom akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza Chizọba nna nke dị nsọ onye ime eluigwe dịka otu onye iro bi na anyị bụ ụmụ gị bịa ka iwe zọpụta anyị bịa ka iwe napụta anyị n'aka ajọ ihe bịa ka iwe lụọrọ anyị ọgụ bịa ka iwe tịtụ ozu ọ bụ okowa mgbe emilere Goliath Chineke nna nke igwe wee memiri Fero sikwa otu a mee ka Fero bụ ọgụzọ n'ihu ụmụ ndị IPOB ka o wee taa akọkọ ikuni ọtọ ọzọ ị ga na-edu anyị n'ụzọ niile nke ezi omume ọ bụla adịghị na anyị na-aga ndagwurugwu onyinye ọnwụ ọ bụ gụ nwa bụ ekekere n'igwe n'ụwa onye ọbụla kere gị nweghị mmalite nweghị ọgwụgwụ kama anyị onwe anyị gwa anọkpa ahụ ofu ụbọchị anyị ga-anwụ n'ezie kama marakwa na okwu gị na-anọgide gị mgbe ebighị ebi ọ bụ ya mere anyị ji were gị n'anya isi anyị wee na-asị nna nke dị nsọ bịa ka iwe gosi anyị Biafra na ndụ na-abụghị n'ọnwụ bịa ka iwe mee ka ebe gị na amara gị wee kpuchiri anyị ka uwe bịa ka iwe zọpụta ndị nke gị bịa ka iwe mee ka Biafra wee bịa ka anyị na-ewetụta na nsọpụrụ na ịja mma site n'aha gị onye bụ Chukwu nke abịa ma ise. Welcome, dear friends, and good evening to you all, fellow Biafra and lovers of freedom. I welcome you all to this program here on this platform, IPOB Western Cape Media TV. I welcome you all in the name of Chukwu Okike Abiyama Premier. And as I welcome you, I want you to welcome others. Welcome your friends and family. Welcome all of us of freedom who reside within your location. I thank you for being part of this program this evening. I thank you for joining us this evening. Thank you for making out time from your tight schedules to join us this evening. Thank you, and I pray that Chukwu Okike Abiyama Premier will bless, will keep, and will protect you now and forever. Fellow Biafrans, as you are joining us this evening, please kindly share this program, kindly like and comment on this program. Invite your friends, invite your family, invite your relations, invite your neighbors, and all of us of freedom who lives within your location. And I want you to know that we are live this evening on our Facebook page, IPOB Western Cape. Also live on our YouTube, IPOB Western Cape Media TV. You can join us anywhere you choose. Just make yourself comfortable. Yes. Make yourself very well, very much comfortable, so that we all can enjoy what you have for us today or tonight. Today is 22 of October 2025. So I thank you for being here. I know that our people are busy tonight because tomorrow, IPOB South Africa will be hosting their Peace and Unity Convention as scheduled. Yeah. As scheduled. So, I'm coming. So tomorrow, please make sure you join us. Before then, let me play our jingles for us for the program. Let me get it. We have our jingles for our upcoming. Oh my God. Just give me a minute. I forgot. Let me get it. Our jingles. Before then, if today is your first day or first time here, this is IPOB Western Cape Media TV. Here, we speak nothing but the truth. We are without fear or favor. We are fearless before our enemies. We are not here to defend any individual, but to defend and to protect our motherland, Biafra. Because for us, it is Biafra today, tomorrow, and forever. If you are offended by our result, we have no apologies for that. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, worldwide, and his position is incontestable. IPOB is here to restore Biafra. We are not going to be swayed until Biafra is restored. This is IPOB Western Cape Media TV saying it the way it is. Because truth is our hallmark. Because we are fearless before our enemies. We cannot do without speaking that which is truth. It does not matter how you feel about it. It is our duty and obligation to always speak that which is the truth. It does not matter who is offended. It does not matter who is involved. And we are here to do exactly that tonight on this program. Fearlessly, without fear of anything. It is appointed unto a man to die but once. Nobody dies twice. It is better to speak the truth and die than to live in falsehood and pain of agony for all the days of your lives. I bring greetings to you, fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedom,
Wherever you are joining us tonight, from my coordinator, Maz Innocent Alia. Maz Innocent Alia, as you know, is the IPOB Western Cape Zone representative. He is the one representing Onyendu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu himself. He is that the legacy of our leader does not die. He is working day and night, doing everything possible, putting his life, his security, his family, everything into the struggle to make sure that everything that has to do with this struggle, particularly this zone, goes accordingly. We are proud of him, and we shall always be proud of him. He's a leader like no other, and we are proud to have him. I bring greetings to you from all the IPOB Western Cape executive. Yes, IPOB Western Cape executive. Behind every successful leader, there is always strong and resolute executive, as the case may be. I bring greetings to you from IPOB Western Cape family. Here we are resolute. Here we are determined. And there is nothing anybody can do about it. Nobody can stop us. We are unstoppable. Nobody, I said, nobody. That is why when the enemy came to create a parallel IPOB, they failed. When the enemies of this struggle try to break this noble family of IPOB Western Cape Zone, they failed, because the people we have here are men of timber and caliber, men of substance, men who understood what the struggle is all about. Here we remain focused, here we remain determined, and nothing can distract us. That is where you are, and we are proud of who we are, IPOB Western Cape Zone. Fellow Biafra, I am Mazi Buchi. I am your host. By the grace of Chukwu Okike Abiama, I am the Parklands Unit Coordinator. I am a Biafran, a staunch one, a diehard one. I believe in Biafra. I believe that Biafra is the only hope. Biafra is all we need. Without Biafra, nothing is left for us. Nothing. And that is the truth. Nothing. So let us continue to do that which is required of us, that we may restore the kingdom of Chukwu Okike Abiama here on this planet Earth. I know that without Biafra, we are doomed as a people. That is why I am determined to carry on until we get to the end of it all. It does not matter how long it takes. It does not matter how many hiccups we may encounter on our path to victory. We may encounter all manner of hate. Confusion may come. Propaganda may ensue. The enemies may throw in every weapon in their arsenals. But one thing for sure, is that we are not going to be swayed. We will continue to stand unshifting, complete, and resolute in what we believe in, which is restoration of Biafra. That is why our leader is there where he is today, paying the price. That is why so many other freedom fighters, those who are kidnapped, those who are disappeared, some of us paid the ultimate price. Some of us could not go to our homes anymore. Some of us could not live freely anymore because of the love we have for our nation, which is Biafra. We have no time to play. And if you are in this struggle to play around, then I'm sorry, you don't belong here. I say to you, fellow Biafrans, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to some of you, depending where you are watching from. I am battling with network, and it's very, very, very bad this evening. I don't know what is happening. I don't even know what to do anymore. The network is not friendly. It's not friendly at all. And I don't know why. I seriously don't know why. I hate to be in this position. Seriously. So please, I know it will get better with time. You just have to bear with us. You just have to bear with us. You just have to bear with us. The network is very, 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 very bad. I could not explain the reason. I could not explain the reason. I can see it here, that the network is bad. So, without much distraction from the network, let's continue. But it's going to affect us if it does not get better anyway. I wanted to play us the IPOB South Africa Peace and Unity Convention jingles. The other time, last time I was there, I talked about the IPOB South Africa Peace and Unity Convention to be held here in Cape Town, South Africa. And as I am very, very pleased and happy to announce to you that tomorrow is the D-Day, the 23rd of October 2025. It will be happening in Salt River Hall. That is where everything will be happening tomorrow. Those who made up IPOB South Africa will be converging there in Salt River Hall to discuss the well-being and the progress, and to foster lasting peace of IPOB South Africa. One of the things that made me to be very, very happy and proud is when I look at where we are coming from as IPOB Western Cape and South Africa at large, it makes me so proud. It makes me so proud. Seriously. Because really we have seen hell in the hands of the so-called DOS. I'm trying to see if I could play the jingle, but oh my gosh, it's not getting better. Seriously. Yes. Okay, it's not that black one. It's a model, huh? What of them? As black one, the black man. What is the other one? Tinabo. Okay. As the one I'm having I do. You will die. Then I don't know what's happening. Then we just that. The people who want to program. I'm about it. Huh? They happy with you. I don't know.
The indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB South Africa, was once a power.
John, put water, hot water. I'm looking at
South Africa. House. In 2017, it gave birth to Radio Biafra Motherland, the first
I'm sorry, we can get down trouble.
The indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB South Africa, was once a powerhouse. In 2017, it gave birth to Radio Biafra Motherland, the first satellite station of IPOB worldwide, the station that put IPOB South Africa on the map of the world. This year, 2025, we are back like never before to bring back the glory of IPOB South Africa. Guess what? We are going to Cape Town, the indigenous people of Biafra. IPOB Peace, Unity and Reconciliation Convention, Cape Town, South Africa, is happening live on Thursday, the 23rd of October, 2025, 11:30 a.m. at Salt River Hall in Cape Town. It will be the gathering of Omo Chineke. We will reconcile. We will Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to bring back IPOB South Africa to the glory where it belongs. Join us on Cape Town.
Yeah, welcome back, reference. At this point, I had to pause this jingle because it's proving difficult to. But as you can see, the convention is coming up tomorrow here in Cape Town. So if you are a Biafran staying around this around Cape Town, you can join us. You are welcome. Yes, this is our own. We need to gather together. We need to make peace and unite. People have come from all four corners of South Africa. They have gathered, and tomorrow we will all be in one place to talk about everything we have experienced since the illegal detention of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So I encourage every one of us, Biafrans, to please try to grace this occasion. So it's going to be powerful, enough to eat and drink will be there. So you don't have to think about what you're going to eat or drink. Just come and you'll be taken care of. That is what we are going to be doing tomorrow. Going to be taking care of ourselves, not only to make peace, but to make merry. So I encourage you to come around by Salt River Hall. That is where everything will be happening tomorrow. Make sure you are there, I mean to say. You know, this program, this network of a thing is actually trying to frustrate this program, but we won't allow that to happen. Well, our topic today, we have already started treating them. We have treated one, which is IPOB South Africa Peace and Unity Convention. We have Nigeria on trial, and also there's another one which says peaceful protest outlawed in Nigeria. You all witnessed the shame in Abuja, the seat of power, the other day, about on the 20th of this month of our Lord. You remember that there was a protest which was organized by no other body, no other person than Omole Sowore. Omole Sowore is an Ejo. I know some people mistake him to be a Yoruba. No Yoruba can do what he did, and no Yoruba is willing to put his life on the line for any Igbo man or any Igbo woman or any Igbo son, as the case may be. So Sowore, an Ejo brother, a Biafran, because Ejo is part of Biafra. It does not matter where they have found themselves. You know, Nigeria, they gerrymandered people, put this one here, put this one here, put it just to continue causing confusion and other stuff. So the courts, the part of a job which Sowore is and belong, and put them together with the rest of Ondo, and I mean the rest of Yoruba, and call them Ondo State. And the Yoruba have been the majority. Everybody thought that Sowore is a Yoruba. No. I just want to correct the impression, or rather the narrative, that Sowore is not a Yoruba, but an Ejo son. So, as a Ejo son, like Ndi Igbo will say, when you hear the groaning, the cry of your brother, you don't run away. You find a way to help. So, Sowore organized this protest on the 20th of October. That protest carried a lot of things. some politicians, those who kept Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in detention, but they will come out in the open and cry foul. When they go in, they tell the oppressor, don't release him. They all came out, we saw them. Remember one Carl or something from the same Abia state, a senator, is it a senator, House of Representative? Yes, Carl or somebody who, remember in the past, he garnered, what's it called? Signatures from almost 100 and something senators and House of Rep calling for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So when he was doing that, so many people got tricked and thought that he actually wanted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu released. But this protest that happened the other time on the 20th of October exposed a lot of things. It exposed a lot of them. That man included. He came out to tell Ndi Igbo to boycott that protest. That the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in court. He didn't know, he forgot that the case was in court when he was trying to deceive people into believing that he really wanted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be out of that DSS dungeon by meeting other senators. They deceitfully signed the so-called signatures calling for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, even though they have not, or they did not for once in their chamber hold a session, or rather held any session to discuss about the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But he deceitfully made other people of Igbo extraction to believe that he wanted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu released. But lately, I mean, the other time he came out kicking, trying to stop Ndi Igbo from joining the call for freedom of Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But I'm so glad and happy that, as usual, Ndi Igbo proved that they cannot be tricked, that they know their leaders, and when they see them or when they hear their voice, they know them. So Ndi Igbo disregarded him, disgraced him, and told him that he has nothing to offer. Ndi Igbo joined the struggle. They did not only join the struggle, I mean the protest, Ndi Igbo locked down not only Abuja, but all the 5 eastern states. There was a total lockdown. Even he himself on that day could not go to his office to continue to deceive other Nigerians. So the protest came on that very day. As you saw, you watched them, you watched it. Before anything, they arrested Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's legal counsel, Barrister Aloy Ejimakor. And still, to add salt to the injury, they also arrested fine boy Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's younger brother, and with 10 other people, and ruffled them and dumped them in their dungeon. They tear gassed people, they shot live ammunition to people, they injured innocent, peaceful protesters. it is very shameful that Nigeria, who prides herself as a democratic nation, could not tolerate a peaceful protest. Just as they know, as we know, as they always do, they came out to embarrass, to harass, to intimidate protesters. They dislodged them. They made sure that they put fear in the heart of those who came to peacefully act or exercise their constitutional right. Nigeria shamefully did not remember that the world are watching. Yes, the rest of the world are watching, and they are putting everything together to say that Nigeria is far from being seen and accepted as a democratic nation. On that day of protest, a lot of things happened. Nobody carried ammunition. Nobody had a stick. Nobody insulted anybody. The only thing that they were asking and chanting was, release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu now. Release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu now. That alone triggered the terrorist Nigerian government, who in turn attack, harass, arrest, and shot live ammunition on the people who came out to exercise their constitutional right. It's a shame. I know that you cannot shame a shame. Nigeria is beyond shame. They are the embodiment of shame. So they are no more, they don't care how the world sees them. That is why after years of murdering Christians in Nigeria, after years of buying people, after years of systematic elimination of Christians in Nigeria, today, because the nation of America are trying to look into it, suddenly they are now talking about, oh, it is not only Christians that are being killed in Nigeria. Let's even talk about it. Let's say, okay, it's not only Christians, but people are being killed. What is the job of the government, if not to protect and to defend the lives and the property of the citizens? If Nigerian government could boldly own up that her own citizens are being buyed in thousands under their control, then what is left of this nation is a failed nation. It's a failed state. It's not worthy to be called a country. If it's not a case of too big to govern, then it is as a result of government complicity. So the government of Nigeria is complicity, is involved in all these dramas. Christians are being pied in Nigeria. When you come to Middle Belt, thousands of villages have been deserted, taken over. And today, the villagers are living permanently in RIDP camps. Internal displaced people, IDP camp, scattered all over Nigeria. And ironically, foreign, strange people have taken over these villages. Some of them, names has been changed. It is no more the name that it used to be. Names of these villages has been changed. Just like when you go to Northeast and Northwest Nigeria, where Boko Haram has taken over several local governments and they are in control. People are paying taxes to Boko Haram and the terrorist bandits. Banditry is order of the day in the Northeast and Northwest part of Nigeria. The government is seen in several occasions negotiating peace with the terrorists who goes around buying their citizens, buying their servicemen and women. Nigerian government goes around negotiating with them. And to add salt to the injury, to make Nigeria look less than a nation, those terrorists came to those so-called peace meetings with a whole lot of ammunition, armed to the teeth. And they are the ones dictating for Nigeria. But when they came down to the other part of Nigeria, where there are no terrorists, where there are nothing but freedom fighters, those whom, after looking at things as they are going, decided to excuse themselves, to have their own separate nation, fellow citizens, could be protected and their properties defended. That is where you see Nigerian government working. That is where the peaceful protest is outlawed. When they see those men who have no weapons in them, they want to show their muscles, they want to show their power, they want to show their strength. But in the presence of the real terrorists, they are crawling on their feet, on their knees. They are begging that peace. And you know what? It is not a real peace. It is a graveyard peace. It is nothing but a gunpowder waiting for time to explode. That is what is happening in the Northeast and in the North Central. And as I am in the Northwest, as I am talking to you now, men are being kidnapped, women are being kidnapped in the North. And the Nigerian government could not do nothing because they are not in control of this area. So they have literally abandoned the people to their fate. They have abandoned their fellow citizens, the people they should protect and defend. Nigerian government have abandoned them to their own fate. Why the same Nigerian military and police are in the south, particularly in the east, which is Biafra land, going about, taking down, kidnapping, disappearing, and intimidating innocent men and women who only crime they committed was to say, I don't want to be part of you anymore. Even in marriage, both couples have rights to call it a quit. I hear them say Nigeria is indivisible. Nigeria is non-negotiable. There is nothing in this world that is permanent, only change. There is nothing that is permanent, only change. Change is natural and it must happen. It does not matter how you try to protect. It's like truth. You can bury the truth. But the thing is that at the end of the day, truth must resurface. It does not need you to do that job. Nature will do it its own way. You cannot say that human beings living together does not have right to negotiate their existence. That means you don't have what it takes to be a human being. Even a son who is not comfortable with his father always made a decision to separate and go and get a place for himself where he can feel safe, comfortable, where he cannot feel that someone is living his life for him. So anybody who tells you that Nigeria is non-negotiable, and Nigeria is one indivisible, that person is lying to you. That is why they are not doing anything to fix Nigeria, because they believe that you, as a citizen, is held on gunpoint, and there is nothing you can do. You cannot speak for yourself. You cannot negotiate. You cannot even protest. Protest is a form of complaint, laying complaint. I don't like this. I don't like the way things have been done. Can't it be done better? I don't like what you gave to me as a government. Can you improve my life? This is what is called protest. Why would a government do everything possible to outlaw a peaceful protest in a country that so many people, millions of people, believe will get better one day? That is why, after looking at Nigeria from a critical point, I came to conclusion and realization that Nigeria is not salvageable. You cannot salvage Nigeria. You cannot solve it. You cannot in any way fix what has been destroyed. Nigeria has been destroyed beyond repair. You must give way for dialogue. You must give way for discussion. That is what makes us human beings. You amend laws that because life happens and the law may not be feasible anymore. It needs to be changed. That is how everything acts. That is why today, every year, you see new cars being built. You could have said, okay, I want to be driving 1905 or 1986 model of Mercedes. Why are you not driving it? You know why they keep modelizing? They keep adding features, new features, adding more things, adding many, many things to it for you to feel comfortable. That is what we're saying. Any country that comes out and say that this nation is non-negotiable, that country is not worthy to be a country, because there is something that made them to make such statements. Because if they feel that, oh, nobody will have reason to leave this country, that is why we are better together. We do things together. We make everybody happy. We make people thrive. And when you talk about separation, nobody wants to separate because they are afraid they might not get what they are getting in this union if they eventually separate. You made it impossible for them to even think about it. You keep making them feel belong. You keep improving their lives. You keep making laws that will make them happy in their country. So, when Nigeria outlawed peaceful protest, it is a sign that this nation, this country, this contraption called Nigeria is headed to the rock. This government of Ahmed Tinubu has made even worse decision against peaceful protesters. When he himself was protesting against Jonathan, he protested and he led protests against Jonathan. Nobody shot at him. Tinubu. Nobody shot at him. Nobody arrested him. He and his cohort, in their quest to make the government of Jonathan ungovernable, they shut Nigeria up. They shut Nigeria for more than 5 days, protesting. Nobody shot a bullet at them. Nobody threw a tear gas at them. And nobody arrested him. He went about exercising his constitutional right as a citizen, lawful citizen of Nigeria. He went about complaining. He went about talking about things that he thought were not going right. But today, Tinubu is the president of Nigeria. Protest that was one of the instruments that brought APC to power. Because through the protests, they crumbled. They made Jonathan's government less. They lessened the trust people had on him. Because President Jonathan gave them the power to speak out, to lay complaint, and he benefited from that exercise. But today, Tinubu does not want anybody to protest against his own government. Ọ bụrụ ihe ndị Igbo kwuru sị, na onye na-egbu mma adịghị ka mma ewere mma gafee ya azụ. Tinubu understood the power of protests. That is why he is doing, because he has watched several governments fail because of protests. That is why he vowed that anybody that tries to protest in Nigerian soil will be dealt with decisively. And he has proven it with the arrest and intimidation of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer, Barrister Aloy Ejimakor, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's younger brother, Emmanuel Kanu. Today, they are being left in prison for not doing nothing other than being right. I want the world to continue to see one of the reasons Biafra must be restored. This is one of the reasons we are hell-bent be restored. And we call on the men and women of good conscience to join us in calling for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and other freedom fighters held around the world. It is not a crime to fight for freedom. It is not a crime to seek for self-determination. Nigeria is what it is today because they were given the right to self-determination. That is why Nigeria is called a country today. It is now their turn to allow other people to exercise their own rights to self-determination. And they decided that it will never happen. Well, we continue to see how they would continue to stop the agitation for self-determination. So please, let us join together and call for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is the right thing to do. He has not done anything known to law. Together today. And I have a news I want to read for us today. Now we are going to our final topic for today, which is Nigeria on trial. Yes. Nigeria, if you remember, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came to court to know if Nigerian government, through their compromised court, justice, so-called, in fact, this is injustice system, not justice system, but injustice system of Nigeria. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came to know his fate, whether he will be released to go and take care of his failing health. Nigerian government refused and rather asked him to enter the fence. What is happening here? I don't get it. So, just give me a sec. Let me find out. I don't know what's happening here. So, on the 16th, the Nigerian government told Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that he's not going to what's wrong with this thing now? So Nigerian government told Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that he's not going to be released based on what's it called? So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, sorry, I'm being distracted, but I want to get something for you. So you know, so on the 16th of this month, the Nigerian courts, under injustice Omotosho, they told Mazen Nnamdi Kanu that they what's it called, that they are not going to release him. That according to the medical experts, that he is fit to stand trial. Then Mazen Kanu was told to open a defense. So after everything, today, the news has it that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is ready to open defense. So that is what is trending. Excuse me. Before God, this thing is actually making me feel very bad. I don't know why this thing is. So today, Mazen Kanu has decided, okay, let us go. I'm ready to open a defense. So the news broke. So let us go and see what is happening. The detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, has filed a list of 23 witnesses he intends to call in his defense before the Federal High Court in Abuja, including sitting and former governors, military chiefs, and top government officials. They also include Kanu himself, who is listed among these 23 witnesses. Now, Mazen Kanu has compiled that he called for witness, because now it is a storm. Go back. They have closed their own, and there is nothing that will make them to open it anymore. It is now the turn of Mazen Kanu to open his own defense. And like they said, laughs back. You know, they were expecting Mazen Kanu to start calling Gafia, maybe Uche Mefoko and Chike Dozie for witness. Unfortunately, or surprisingly, he took a different dimension that nobody expected. Now, I want you to listen. For the names of those he listed for witness. Then, according to the document titled Notice of Number of Names of Witnesses to be Called by Defendant, obtained by Sahara reporters, the witnesses include Governor Hope Uzodimma of Imo State. The reason he included Hope Uzodimma in this is because, if you remember, during the prosecution, when they were making their own case, they told the court that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB killed Gulak. So they put that allegation on him. So the reason Hope Uzodimma is being called, one of the reasons, is because of the same Gulak. Because as the chief security officer of the state of Imo, Hope Uzodimma should know those who fired Gulak. So, Hope Uzodimma have come out in one occasion to say that IPOB is not responsible for the death of Gulak, that it was politicians who fired Gulak. But surprise, surprise, the Nigerian DSS and police did not investigate this allegation, but rather they centered their mind on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB, giving a dog a bad name to hang it. So now, today as it stands, Hope Uzodimma is one of the witnesses to testify on Gulak issue. That one is number one. Then, second, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State. Sanwo-Olu is coming here because of NSTAS. Because if you remember also, one of the allegations on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu by the Nigerian government is, oh, he was the one that destroyed this. Is the one who did that. He's the NSTAS. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the one who did this. So they made all these frivolous allegations, those shameful allegations, which when you ask them a question, they could not even defend themselves. The only answer you get from them was, I don't know, I'm not aware. So now, government of Lagos State called what is it called? A panel, and this panel investigated the NSAS protests, and in all their reports, in their submission and reports, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's name did not appear. Is that not shameful? But according to the Nigerian government, in court, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was the architect, the instigator, the destroyer, the that, the this, and that. So, Sanwo-Olu is coming to tell Nigerian government and the court and the rest of the world the conclusion and submission of the panel put together by by Lagos State government. Then David Umahi also came. His name appeared as one of the witnesses. And why is David Umahi coming? You remember, during that period, IPOB was proscribed by the 5 Southeast governors. Hope Uzodinma was their chairman. Hope Uzodinma was the chairman of Southeast Governor Forum. And he was the one who read the communique that, and also the order which they obtained from a court to proscribe IPOB as a terrorist group without going through the normal process of proscription. IPOB, during those times, IPOB was proscribed by the 5 Eastern governors. IPOB had no stick, they had no machete, they had no gun. They did not, there was no single allegation on IPOB. But this guy went behind the closed doors, obtained an illegal order to proscribe IPOB. It did not go through the court. In this kind of issue, you must pass through the courts and you must provide or present evidences to say, to convince the court that this organization is a terrorist organization. You don't just go behind the door, pay one corrupt judge who will issue an ex parte order and use it to proscribe a whole movement of millions of people as terrorist organization. That is why Dave Umahi is coming to testify, because he has a question to answer based on that. He has a question to answer. Why? And what has IPOB done? What is the crime of IPOB? Who and where did IPOB hide anybody or raise down or kidnap? And he must be coming with evidence, not hearsay. So Mjombo Umahi is coming to talk about how IPOB was proscribed. And the next in line is Okezie Ikpeazu. Okezie Ikpeazu is the devil advocate here.